Hi Abhishek, how are you? Hi sir, I work in production support project. I have 3.6 years of experience. My primary skills are Linux, PLSQL and core Java. I want to make a switch to the company and want to work on latest technology. So, Abhishek, if you want to get into software development, what I understand is from production support, you want to get into software development. If you want to get into software development because you are in production support and because you have 3.6 years experience in production support, you should do some kind of a certification within your existing uh, skill set so that you can show that certification that these are the things that I know really well so that you can have make a switch. Okay, otherwise you have to go and work through reference. So you have to find a job through reference. If your skills on Java and PLSQL are very good, then you have to find companies which are looking for Java software engineers, but you will have to go through reference. You will have to find somebody who's ready to put your resume directly across to the HR instead of applying indirectly through the job portals, because job portals people will say, oh, he's in production support, we are not going to look at this profile. Okay, nobody is going to look at your profile directly. You'll have either have to go through reference or you do a certification, and then using that certification you get a job. Okay, that is the easiest path to go from production support to software development. But here is the thing, if you are in production support, okay, there are two things. You can continue your journey in support, so you can become level 1 support, level 2 support, level 3 support. You can become some person who is very important from support point of view. Okay, because this is also a unique kind of skill. Okay, not everybody can do production support. You have been trained on production support, so if you continue with your career in production support, then at some point you will be at a senior level where you will be focused on very high level things within production support. Okay, but the path for you will always be to get into management. Okay, because at this moment, let's say you are doing everything on your own, at some point you will have to grow within the management, and you will have to manage a team of support engineers who are handling such kind of projects. Okay, that will be the path for you going forward. If you don't want to do production support, then you will have to learn programming and get into programming and then continue with your journey with programming. Okay, now another thing is that you are in a very important domain, which means if you know how to do production support in this particular domain, then you open the doors to these companies also. Okay, you can easily become the IT manager within a bank. Why? Because you will know how to handle the whatever infrastructure is required to be handled within the bank, which is very critical in nature. Okay, so if you think about production support, you have to find out. So the best way to do is you have to find out what your seniors are doing. What is the senior? What is the next level doing? What is the next to next level doing? Okay, and just try to have a conversation with your seniors and find out what are their goals, what are they trying to achieve, like what is their career path. So you will come to know some of the things within production support which are important for you to pursue. Okay, and when you are in production support, you can easily do various certification where it is about maintaining the IT infrastructure. Okay, you can go into that area because that is also very important part of a software industry. The future is going to be maintaining all these systems because the systems are not easy systems to maintain nowadays. Okay, applications are no longer small. For example, a Zomato application is not a small application. Zomato has to be running 99.99% of the time. correct? Same way, banking and finance applications cannot go down. They have to be running 24 by 7. There cannot be a glitch, there cannot be problems in the software, there cannot be server issues, and all these, there cannot be application issues. So that is where the importance of production support comes in, and that is where you can make your career, because it's such an important part of maintaining these things that are built. Okay, and the future is going towards maintenance. A lot of people will be required to maintain all these infrastructures we are building. Okay, and that has a lot of future. There will be a lot of people, and if you have experience in that, the more experience you have, and of course in production support you will have less competition, because a lot of people don't want to go into that.